Hello students, welcome to my channel. This session will be taking up LCM and HCF, least common multiple and highest common factor. We try to understand what you mean by LCM of two numbers and HCF of two numbers. Then what are the different approaches in calculating LCM and HCF for integers and for fractions. And then how questions can be asked on LCM and HCF basic concepts. And students, LCM and HCF are two important concepts for competitive exams. There are quite a few questions that are asked in different exams. So we try to categorize these LCM questions under three models. Similarly, HCF questions broadly into two types of questions. In the following videos, we will be discussing those different models of LCM and HCF. But in this session, we will try to restrict ourselves to understanding the basic concepts of LCM and HCF, right? Before we take up this, here are a couple of questions. Can you pause the video, read the questions, and then continue watching this? You can try and then come back and watching this, right? Okay, so let's continue. Students, I'll come back to these questions a little later. Probably you might have tried, you might have got some answer. We will see whether it is right or what else should be the answer. We will discuss a little later. Before we come back to these two questions, we'll try to understand what is LCM and HCF. Students, as the name suggests, you said LCM is least common multiple, HCF means highest common factor. First of all, let's try to understand what you mean by factor and what is a multiple. If you recall, in the intro to numbers, we discussed about the definition of factor and multiple. Students, just to take an example, 2 is a factor of 8 and 8 is a multiple of 2. Yes, because 2 divides 8 completely, 2 is called a factor of 8. Or 8 is divisible by 2, hence 8 is called a multiple of 2. For example, if I ask you students, what are the 24, if I take, what are all the multiples of 24? Yeah, 24, 48, 72, 96, 120, 144. It's like 24th table. These are multiples of 24 because all these numbers are divisible by 24. Let me ask you one more example. So what are the multiples of 36? That means the numbers that are divisible by 36 means the 36th table. 36, 72, yes, 108, 144 and so on. So these are multiples of 24 and this is 36. What are the common multiples that you have for both 24 and 36? What are the common numbers you find in both cases? 72 is common in both cases. Next, 144 is common. Like this, if you keep writing, you get quite a few common numbers. Among these common numbers, what is the least one? Least one is 72, right? So that's why 72 is the least common multiple of 24 and 36. So least common multiple of 24 and 36 is 72, we say. So what does it mean, students? It means 72 is the least number that is divisible by 24 and also divisible by 36 exactly, right? Okay. Now let's take, what are the factors of 24? What are the factors of 24? Factors means the ones that divide 24. See, we have a video on number of factors and related concepts. That time we discussed in detail. So tell me, what are the factors? 1 divides it. 2, normally we do like this: 1 into 24, 2 into 12, 3 into 8, 4 into 6. What are the common factors? Tell me. What are the factors? First of all, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, 24. So what are the factors of 36? 36, how do you write? 1 into 36, 2 and 18, 3 and 12, 4 and 9, 6 and 6. So what are the factors of 36 now? If you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 12, 18, 36. Tell me, what are the common factors for both 24 and 36? 1 is a common factor. Of course, 1 is a common factor for every number. Now 2 is a common factor. 3 is a common factor. 4, 6, then 8 no, 9 also no, 12, anything else? No. Among these common factors that you identified, what is the highest one? Highest one is 12. Students, so that means the highest common factor of 24 and 36, what we call in short form HCF of 24 and 36 is 12, we say. What does it mean? It means 12 is the highest number that divides these two numbers. Students, this is important. LCM is the least number. LCM is the least number that is divisible by the given numbers. And HCF is the highest number that divides the given numbers. It's a factor, so it divides the given numbers. Why I'm stressing this point, students, is, see, when we come to questions like what I've just shown you before, you will not ask you directly, please find LCM or HCF. So when you give a story like that, it is for you to understand whether the question is based on LCM or HCF. So that you can decide if you have this basic understanding there, right? Okay, and 72 is divisible by 24 and 36. 12 divides 24 and 36. If that is the case, students, now tell me 12 divides 72 or not? Yes. LCM is a multiple, HCF is a factor, means please remember LCM of two numbers is always divisible by HCF of two numbers. It is useful elsewhere in questions, that's why I am highlighting it, right? Okay, now whatever I explained you, let me show you the typed version. See, least common multiple. Least common multiple is the least number which is divisible by each of the given numbers. As I said, in the case of 24 and 36, LCM is 72, means what? 72 is the least number that is divisible by both 24 and 36. Similarly, HCF, highest common factor, in some cases people call it GCD, greatest common divisor. As you know, students, factor or divisor, they are one and the same, the meaning is same, right? We discussed in the intro session, right? So highest common factor or greatest common divisor, both are one and the same. Of 24 and 36 is 12, you say. What does it mean? Highest common factor is the highest number which divides each of the given numbers. In the case of 24 and 36, 12, when you say 12 is highest number that divides both these numbers, right? Okay. So, and one more important observation, students, the product of two numbers will be equal to product of their LCM and HCF. Suppose if you take 24 and 36, what is the product? If you can multiply, it will be 864. 72 into 12, LCM is 72, HCF is 12, 72 12, 864. Is it equal or not? So if there are two numbers, only this formula applies only for two numbers. So product of two numbers will be equal to product of their LCM and HCF. Okay, you can pause the video, write down this or take a screenshot and then come to the next one. Right, students. Now the question here is how to find LCM and HCF. See, you cannot afford to write, like I said in the introduction, write all multiples of 24, all multiples of 36, and then try to see what are the common ones. That will be a tedious job. And sometimes if the numbers are big, you cannot afford to write their multiples. So then how do we take up this? There are two broad approaches, students. One is called division method, another is called factorization method. What I mean by that, I'll explain using the earlier example. So let's start with the division method, students. 24 and 36, if I take, the division method will be like this. I try to divide, take the common factors between them. 24, 36, what is common? 2 12s, 2 18s. What else is common, students? 2 6, 2 9s. What else is common? 3 2s, 3 3s. Anything else is common? No. So what is the LCM means? You have to multiply this, all of them, 2 into 2 into 3 into 2 into 3. How much you get? 72. Right? Okay, this is how you find LCM. Then how do we find HCF means, students? See, here itself you can see what are the numbers that you have taken common for both of them. 2 is a common number. 2 is again taken common for both these numbers. 3 is also common. So the HCF, this is LCM, right? The HCF will be, students, whatever you have taken common numbers, if you write 2 into 2 into 3, 12. If not, there is something called long division method. What is long division method? If I take 24, 36, you take larger of these two numbers, 36, divide with smaller number. How many times it goes? 1 time, 24. What is the remainder? 12. Students, with this remainder, divide 24. If you get 12 2's 24, remainder is 0. Because the remainder is 0 here, this 12 is the common factor of the two numbers, highest common factor of the two numbers. Suppose if it is not remainder 0, if it is something else, with that I try to divide 12. Like this I keep on doing till I get the remainder 0. Is that fine? Let me show you one more example. Right, students, we'll take up example with three numbers. Say 48, 56, 180. First you pause the video, try and then continue watching. Let's see, students, what is common? 240, 224s, 228s, 290s. Next, if I take this again, 212s, 214s, 245s. Next, 2 I can take, 26, 27s, 45 will not go. Next, 3, 3 2s, 3 15s. Anything else will go? No. So now what is the LCM means? You have to multiply all of them, please. 2 into 4, 8, 24, 48. 48 into 50 is 720. 720 into 7 is 5040. This is your LCM. Now, what is the HCF mean, students? What you have taken common here? You have taken only 2 is common for all the three numbers. This 2 is also common for all the three numbers. But this 2 that you have taken out of this 12, 1, 2 and out of 14. But you have not taken out of 45 means I cannot take this. 3 also you have taken common only from this 6 and 45. From this 7 you have not taken common, hence I cannot take. So what is the HCF means? 2 into 2, only 4. If not, students, what is the long division approach? First I'll take two numbers and try to find HCF. 48, 56, I try to find HCF. So 48 ones, 48. What is the remainder? 8. With this 8 I divide 48. 8 6 are 48, remainder is 0. Right, students. Once I get the remainder of 48 and 56 as 8, for this 8 and the third number 180, again I take HCF. You can say 8 2s are 16, 20. 8 2s are 16. What is the remainder? 4. With this 4 I should divide 8. 4 2s 8, remainder is 0 means now 4 is the HCF of all these three numbers. So this is how we find HCF. Right, students? So long division method or whatever factorization you have taken, take the common number. Right? So let's take now the factorization approach. Students, if I take the same 48, 56 and 180, let me try to 48, 56, 180. Let me take into prime factors. See, we have a video on how to convert a given number into prime numbers. I hope you watched that. So you know how to convert this. I'll directly write 48 is 16 into 3. 16 is 2 power 4 into 3 power 1. 56 is 8 into 7. 8 is 2 cube into 7 power 1. 180 I can say, students, 20 into 9. 9 is 3 square. What is 20? 20 is 4 into 5. 4 is 2 square into 5 power 1. You can convert them. Now, for LCM, what I should do, students, is take all the bases. Take all the bases. What are the bases here? 2, 3, 5, 7. I take all the bases. Then, students, after taking all the bases, take all the bases and their highest powers. What are the highest powers here? For 2, the highest power is 4. For 3, it is 1 here, it is 2 here, 2. For 5, it is 1. For 7, it is 1. You can multiply, you get the same answer. 16, 144, 720 into 7, 5040. You get the same answer. Why I am taking, see, when I am saying LCM, why I am taking the highest power, you may have a doubt. See, LCM should be divisible by the given numbers. Yes or no? If LCM has to be divisible by the given numbers, so you should contain all these numbers there, then only it will be divisible. Suppose if I have taken 2 cube here, then will it be divisible by 2 power 4? 48 will not go there, because 48 has 2 power 4. If this number doesn't have 2 power 4, you can't divide it, right? So LCM should be divisible by all these numbers, means LCM should contain this, all it should contain. That's why we are saying take all the bases and their highest power. If it is HCF, students, take only the common basis and then take the least power. See, if you look at HCF, what is the common base? 2 is a common base in all cases. Then 3 is also common base. No, 3 is not there. 7 is not there. 5 is not there. 2 is the only number that is common across all these 3 numbers. Then take the least power, I said. For 2, what is the least power? 2. So 2 square. 4 is my answer. See, why I should take the least power? Because HCF should divide it. HCF should divide all the numbers, means it cannot be bigger than the numbers. Yes or no? Suppose if I take 2 power 4, then it will not divide 180, because 180 doesn't have 2 power 4. So it is quite opposite. LCM means you are taking the highest power. HCF means you are taking the least power. You can remember that way, right? So this is how you can find LCM and HCF by factorization method. Then the next question comes, what if they are fractions? Students, this is the formula for LCM of fractions, LCM of numerators by HCF of denominators. Same formula you can see, slightly change it. HCF of fractions means HCF of numerators by LCM of denominators. For example, if I take, say, 8 by 25, let's say 16 by 75. What is the LCM of these two fractions means? What should I do? I should take LCM of numerators. 8 and 16, what is the LCM? You know how to find LCM of 8 and 16, it will be 16. HCF of denominators, 25, 75, what is the common factor? 25 will be common factor for both of them, yes or no? Hence my LCM will be 16 by 25. Right? What about HCF of fractions, please? HCF of fractions will be HCF of numerators. 8 and 16, what is the HCF? What is the common factor? Highest common factor, 8 goes in both of them. Yes. And LCM of denominators, 25, 75, what is the LCM means? You know how to calculate. Please calculate, you will get 75. So this is how you find HCF of fractions. But one caution, students. You should know that, you should be aware that this formula can be applied, or formulae can be applied only when the fractions are in their simplest form. Instead of giving you 8 by 25, if I give you, suppose, say 40 by 125 and 16 by 75, you can't directly apply the rule there. For 40 and 125, there is a common factor 5. You first cancel that, express the fraction in the simplest form, and then try this formula, please. So if you directly do this, you may get a different answer, which is not right. Okay. So this is how you find LCM and HCF of fractions. Now, let's go back to those two questions, students. Right. From central bus station, 3 buses leave for places XYZ at intervals of 10 minutes, 12 minutes and 16 minutes. If 3 buses leave the central bus station for these 3 places simultaneously at 7 AM, when will the 3 buses start simultaneously again? Students, 7 o'clock to XYZ, all 3 places, at 7 o'clock you have 1 bus left. When the next bus to X will leave, every 10 minutes means it will leave at 7:10, next to it will leave at 7:20, 7:30 and so on. When the bus for Y will leave at every 12 minutes interval means 7:12, 7:24, 7:36 and so on. The bus to Z will leave every 16 minutes means 7 o'clock it left, next 7:16, 7:32, 7:48 and so on. Students, if you observe, 10, 20, 30, what are they? Multiples of 10. Here 12, 24, 36, multiples of 12, multiples of 16. So when all the 3 buses will leave simultaneously again means it should be a common multiple of 10, 12 and 16. There will be many common multiples of 10, 12 and 16. When will they leave again next time means it will be rather at the earliest next when it will be means it will be the least common multiple of them. So what is the least common multiple of 10, 12, 16 LCM? You know how to find LCM. Please do that. You get 240. That means after 240 minutes, all these three buses will leave simultaneously. 240 minutes is nothing but 4 hours. So 4 hours from the time they left first. So that is at 11 o'clock, 11 a.m. Again, all the three buses to XYZ will leave simultaneously from the central bus station. Hence, my answer is 11 a.m. See, this question is a simple question of LCM, right? Let's take the other question, students. A teacher has 18 pens, 24 pencils and 36 erasers. If the teacher distributed these items equally to n students, what is the maximum value of n? So maximum value of n means I want what is the maximum number of students is the question. The condition is that he or she wants to distribute the items equally. So if I have 18 pens, maximum to how many students I can distribute equally? Maximum how many students means 18 students. If there are 18 students, I can give each one pen. These 36 erasers, can I distribute equally to 18 students? Yes, I can give to equally everyone 2, 18 to 36. But these 24 pencils, can I distribute to 18 students? No. Everyone, if you give one pen, it will be 18 pens. Still, there will be 6 pens left over. You can't do it. When I have 18 students, for these pens and erasers, there is no problem. Why there is a problem with pencils? Because this 18 will divide this 18 and this 36 exactly, but it will not divide 24 exactly. When 18 divides 24, there is a remainder of 6. The 6 pens left over is nothing but the 6 is the remainder. So nothing should be left over. I should distribute equally to everyone means the number of students that I choose here should be a common factor of 18, 24 and 36. Since I want maximum students, I want a maximum common factor or highest common factor of 18, 24, 36. Students, 18, 24, 36, if you look at the HCF, you can find out, as I discussed already, I told you how to do it, it will be 6. So that means 6 is the highest number. You can divide all these three equally means the answer is 6. You can see 6 goes 3 times, 6 goes 4 times, 6 goes 6 times. So my answer is 6. So this is a question of HCF. Like this, you get questions on LCM and HCF. Students, in the continuation video, we will take up a few more questions based on the previous exam models. How on these basic definitions of LCM and HCF questions can be asked, right? So we'll meet in that next video. And after that, we will also do, as I said in the introduction, different models of LCM, few more videos. But please do subscribe to my channel so that if you have, as and when I upload the new video, you will get the notification. In the meantime, if you have any queries, please do mail to me sr.gorantlavan@gmail.com, or you can also reach me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and LinkedIn. We'll meet in the next video. Thank you.